Final Fantasy X-2 is a direct sequel to Final Fantasy X. This is the first sequel in game form, but it's actually the second sequel after Final Fantasy V's anime sequel, Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals. Taking place 2 years after Yuna's pilgrimage, the game follows a different approach to how the story is told and how battle and exploration is done. The backstory of the game is explained in the extra feature of the international version of Final Fantasy X, Unlimited Saga, OPM demo discs, and the HD remasters called Final Fantasy X Eternal Calm, which tells about how Yuna ended up becoming a treasure hunter, or in this game's case, a sphere hunter, and helped form a sphere hunting group called the Gullwings. The game starts off with Riku and the newcomer Pain crashing a concert to recover Yuna's garment grid from an imposter, who happens to be revealed as the head of a rival group of sphere hunters called the LeBlanc Syndicate, appropriately named LeBlanc. The Gullwings finally recovered the garment grid and continued searching for spheres until they were dragged into a worldwide crisis as two organizations, New Yevon and Youth League, are about to go to war with each other and a threat from 1,002 years before. The combat system of FF10-2 is different from the previous game, as it uses a modified version of the ATP system used in FF4 to FF9, and a new job system different from FF3 and FF5. The ATP is modified to be fast-paced and allows you to input a new command as soon as the character finishes using a command, aside from attacking normally. The job system can be used during battle to allow the characters to change jobs on the fly, allowing them to use abilities from the jobs that have been set in the garment grid, and depending on the garment grid, give the characters either stat boost or use another job's abilities in battle. This style of combat can give players plenty of options to end in battle. However, like the jobs of FF3 and 5, you have to earn AP in battle in order to learn new skills and abilities. So you're pretty much screwed if you don't grind for experience in AP at all. Also, unlike the prequel, there are no overdrive and summoning systems, which can be explained by playing through FF10 first. The exploration of Spira is a similar experience with changes from the previous game, as most of the world is open up for you to explore, along with an ability to climb and jump off of ledges by holding the circle button when you move toward said ledges. In this manner of exploration, you can find treasures in the most unlikely of places, as well as finding some NPCs in said places as well. The story itself is divided into chapters, and the story progress is shown in percentages, which affects the type of ending you're going to get. So if you want a true ending to the game, make sure you get 100% by finishing up on side quests and side stories that appear throughout the chapters, as they only appear during one chapter, unless it's a story-long side quest which would be resolved by the end of the game. When compared to FF10, the game is more or less shorter and faster depending on whether or not you spent some time doing the side quests throughout the game. But if you haven't done them, you can play through the game again by playing the New Game Plus mode, which allows you to replay the entire game by allowing access to the garment grids and spheres you found and upgraded in previous playthrough. But unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to carry over experience, so you have to start over from level 1 and grind for experience and AP for spheres that you haven't fully upgraded. FF10-2 is a great game as it brings back the ATP system and modify it to allow the battle to go in a faster pace, and having a story that expands depending on your actions in the game that can lead to a different outcome, while allowing you to play through the game again with garment spheres and skills unlocked, along with the accessories and money being carried over to make things easier once you beat the game. The downside to this game is the fact that it's short, but it makes up for it in replayability by giving you the ability to travel around the world to get a better understanding of the story, get into side quests and minigames that affect the story so you should be able to get almost everything done by the time you reach the end of the game. I would recommend this game to fans of Final Fantasy X and people who prefer the traditional ATP system. But if you did try ATP and don't actually like it, so can't help you there.